Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Now the PvM Hub is undoubtedly one of the best updates RuneScape has added so far. However, it sometimes feels like the PvM Hub could have a lot more potential. So in this video I'm going to talk about a couple of things they could add to the PvM Hub to make it go from good to amazing. So when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, one of the most important things they should add to the PvM Hub are extra things or rewards in the Mark of War shop. The reason for that being, it feels rather empty at the moment. You can only really buy a couple of things. You can get some auras and some consumables like life refreshes and aura resets, and some unlocks in the PvM Hub, but that's about it. And sure, the things in there are great, and it's fantastic that they added these to the shop for those people that really need them, but where are the other PvM auras? Sure, the ones in the shop are the most important ones, being vampirism for mid-level players, dark magic, Zerk auras, but where are the accuracy auras, like Master Sharpshooter or Master Runic Accuracy? Like, they're just... What kept them from adding these auras as well, apart from maybe getting more stuff out of their loyalty points? I really have no clue, and they even said this.
There are more unlocks, upgrades, and consumables that we have in mind, or things we want to do going forward. Of course, this is like the lightweight version. Thanks, Ramen.
Thanks, Ramen.
But if other people had ideas or things they want, then there's no reason we can't add them.
And so they did by making Reddit posts, tweeting at the JMods, pinging them in Discords. But the PvM Hub was released in January. Now, I'm not taking jabs at Jagex. I know development takes time. I don't know how long, though, but it is July now. And they added one thing. So yeah, it would be nice if they were to add those PvM auras to the PvM Hub reward shop, because I don't really see a reason for them not to be in there as well with the other auras. Another thing that would be nice are imbued rings, and, even more important, action bars. Currently, action bars and bank presets are ridiculously expensive in terms of rune coins. You can't actually rent bank presets, and I would say the bank presets aren't really PvM specific, so they may not be the perfect fit for the Marks of War shop, but action bars should definitely be buyable with Marks of War, let's say 10,000 or 20,000 to unlock an action bar, because I think it should be part of the core game. You shouldn't be able to buy it with GP or IRL money. It's a little strange. I do understand it from a business perspective, though. They're probably the best selling things on the Solomon store for rune coins, and they bring in a lot of profit for Jagex, more so than cosmetics, I assume. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Rune metrics, I can understand that cost money because it apparently costs them more server space, but bank presets and action bars, don't know about that. To put in perspective how much it actually costs, if you want one bank preset and one action bar, you will need 435 rune coins. This is if it's not during a sale, by the way, which most of the time it won't be. You cannot buy the 420 rune coin package for €8.80, which is probably like $11. No, you'll have to buy the 900 rune coins package for €17.60. At that point, you will be able to afford 2 action bars and 2 bank presets, which may sound like a better deal to you, but that amount of money for 2 action bars and a bank preset, I don't know about that. Moving on from the Marks of War shop and MTX, I want to talk about the stands they had for your pets and maybe your outfits you get from PvM as well. This is actually something they showed on the live stream before the official release of the PvM Hub. I'm assuming they're going to release this in a batch 2, like a part 2 of the PvM Hub, and hopefully they actually will do that and go through with it, because I like the idea of showcasing my pets, or being able to see which pets I have on stands myself. It's better than an interface, it just feels more lively, really. They already made it, it's just sad that it isn't in the live game yet. I would have loved to have my pets on stands to see how many I really have of a certain collection, especially for my Rax pets, or the God Rush Dungeon pets. Yeah, there isn't too much to say about this. They already created it partly, so it is almost done, I assume at least. And I hope they release this sometime this year as a batch 2 for the PvM Hub, though the area is so big they could add even more. Now I actually made a Reddit post asking what other people would like for the PvM Hub if there ever was going to be some extra update or addition, and someone said some kind of stand or monolith to add a relic or item. Now I don't agree with the fact that there should be power creep, it should be purely quality of life and fun stuff. Perhaps a stand that reduces switch cape or adrenaline loss within boss arenas would be nice. But something else someone suggested on that Reddit post is even more important, and I think RuneScape should have added this a long time ago. Now, the PvM Hub, or RuneScape in general, needs a certain combat training area. An area you can go to where you get free potions, free runes, etc., but you gain no experience. In this area, you could practice certain boss mechanics, for example, trying Resonance, and it should even give you a tutorial of certain things to increase your damage. Maybe this is something that the PAG Guardian, is it Guardian? I don't know. RS Guy could help implement, like basically a tutorial system that lets you learn, let's say, a melee rotation, and you can choose basic, intermediate, and high level, and then they give you some tips, and then you can try it while tracking your damage live with some kind of gem you don't need to buy off the Grand Exchange anymore. And maybe it doesn't just have to be a damage checker or stat checker for your rotation, maybe it can also let you teleport to certain phases of bosses in practice mode, let's say the final phase of Rax, to get better at purely that phase, or the final phase of Telos, so you can get familiar with the golems and the instant kill mechanic without having to do P1 to P4 every time. There are a lot of options for a PvM training area, and I think that's one of the most important things RuneScape needs, a proper tutorial into the combat of the game, because there is no proper tutorial for the combat in the game. There are only YouTube videos out there you can use. That being said, there is this small combat tutorial when you actually do the Blood Pact quest, I believe, during the path, when you have a new account, which teaches you some things about the abilities, but it doesn't really teach you PvM, because that's much later on. I mean a tutorial for people getting into PvM, not just killing a Slayer creature. Like a proper tutorial of how it works, because it is overwhelming for a lot of players. Another thing that would be nice to see in the PvM Hub is an achievement pillar showcasing the fastest boss kill of the week or of the month for each of the bosses, or the most amount of boss kills from a certain boss in a week or month. It could be a lot of things, but just showcasing the player's name that has the most amount of kills or the fastest kill would be a nice addition already. Basically, weekly or monthly PvM high scores. Now, another thing I wanted in the PvM Hub are Slayer portals. Now, I did get a little bit of a discussion that the PvM Hub is a bossing hub. Now, I know when we talk about PvM in RuneScape, including myself, we usually mean bossing, but Slayers are monsters, and PvM does mean player versus monster. For that reason, I'd like to see a Slayer portal be added to the PvM Hub, maybe have it locked behind some kind of Slayer kill count requirement. I just think it would make a nice addition, and it just be a great quality of life thing. I'm aware that people want the max skill to be revamped, reworked, whatever it may be, instead of the PvM Hub getting new things, and I completely understand that. Even the J-mods in the stream said that the PvM Hub would devalue the max guild slightly, and they were going to work on some kind of thing to revamp the max guild.
About devaluing max guild, I'll just reiterate something I mentioned in one of the responses, but we believe that to lock boss portals behind maxing is not a great design decision. We've reevaluated that. So removing that from the max guild, yes, it does remove what people have considered the purpose of getting max in the first place. But I mean, as a future project, I mean, I'd love to readdress the max guild and do more around that to do with maxing and skills in general.
So that's something that's up for debate, and, you know, I'd like to see the max guild revamped as well. I also think maxing is about the journey. But yeah, those are the things I think the PvM Hub should have to make it absolutely amazing. If you have anything else you'd like to suggest, please leave your suggestions down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.